welcome back, everyone. Successfully, we left Barovia, heading down Slavich Road. We were going to Serpool, right? That's where you guys determined you were heading, or?
Can't remember.
I thought it was. I think we were. Yeah, because Serpool was closer, and then we were going to go to the holy place after that.
One of the, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to check out the one town. If it was good enough to stay in, we were going to stay there. If not, we had to back up.
Right. Yes. You knew that Serpool was nearby.
Yeah.
But you didn't know how far away it was. You knew it was at least a 3 days journey.
Well, I did because I had the map. I harassed, what's his name, he told me the map.
Right.
The map.
You asked Dom, what's his name?
Don Mazzilli?
Don Marzulli.
Donovan or something?
No, Donovich.
Donovan.
You asked Donovich what he was.
He's the one who told me where the religious place was.
Yes.
It was Eastmark that told me where
Valaki is.
Yes.
Yes. Or Valaki. You can say Valaki or Valaki. It's supposed to be pronounced Valaki, but I don't. You know, I'm not Barovian enough. By the way, Dingle, right? Dwindle. God.
Dingle.
Dwindlehop.
Oh, around here now. Dwindlehop. Dwindlehop. When you were looking in that book of all of the dates of people that died, so you know what year it is. It's 752 BC, which means Barovian calendar.
All right.
Before Cronus?
No.
No, not before the Netheril? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Netherese.
So just so you know, you're not dealing with the same original calendar that you once had before. Because you guys are from, I don't know, wherever you're from, I guess.
Faerun.
Faerun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faerun. Dragonlance. I don't know. Whichever one you want to be from.
I'm from Everrock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's it? Dark Sun. That's where I'm from. Dark Sun.
Dark Sun?
Yeah, I'll plot a Blast in the Past.
It sounds familiar, but I don't know the setting.
It was the darkest D&D setting they'd ever made.
Sick.
I'd say this one is the second darkest, but the darkest is Dark Sun.
Okay.
Slavery, all that stuff, horrible.
Okay. So what happened was you guys ended up having to get some stuff to trade to get a wagon, to get your covered wagon. You found some stuff in a house. You found a lady named Marianne, right? Or
yes.
Marianne.
We got horses named Moose Quest and Jet Wrangler.
Yeah,
I wrote
you got a
that
couple.
down. I didn't write anything else down.
Mary's looking for daughter.
She was looking for her daughter. She gave you her daughter's old doll. Just in case you find her, you have something to prove you're looking for her, basically, right?
I have a quote: "Is no fun, is no blinsky."
Blinsky. It said that on a tag on the doll.
Okay.
The doll used to belong to her, but she had passed it on to her daughter. But her daughter left it behind. She suspects she went to Castle Ravenloft.
St. Markovia. That was the place the religious place I was trying to remember.
The Abbey of St. Markovia.
Yeah.
In a city, the city that surrounds it is called Kresk.
Kresk?
Yes.
With a K?
Zarevich.
Krezk.
Is Cam going to be played by ChatGPT with a German accent?
We should.
Oh, that would be
be
great.
super cool if we could
We should
do
do
that.
that.
Hey, Gerhardt.
He's there. They know its personality by now because it was fed the last D&D session we had
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
for a summary.
I used AI to summarize our YouTube video for
Gotcha.
our last game, so I knew what would happen.
If you're running off those videos, it probably could simulate.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
It
you
could
could
simulate
make
our
an agent.
next game.
Yeah.
That would be
You can play
hilarious.
D&D without any people.
I should make the AI predict our next D&D game.
Right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so you guys collected a bunch of stuff, and you were trading some things to the Vishtani, and they weren't exactly like giving in to a lot of the stuff you were kind of handing them until Eastmark gave them a sword,
Yes.
and then they were pretty like, oh, all right. They accepted the trade. You guys ended up getting a full covered wagon with your 2 horses that you had just named yourselves, because you don't know Vishtani words. So on your way out, you ended up finding out from Irina that he ended up giving them the key to the city, essentially, the ownership to the city, in exchange for your guys' safe passage this way. And just before we ended, she asked all of you what exactly your goals were here, besides helping them. You know, what are you? She wants to know what you're doing here in Barovia, and what do you think you're going to keep doing? You know, she wants to know what you want to do, or what you want from Barovia, essentially. And that's where we'll start. As she gently stares into your tiny bulbous eyes.
No difference.
And pointy hats, I think.
Sometimes.
And they also make cookies and trees.
That is racist and unfounded.
Everybody loves that movie. Like, I've never met a single person who doesn't like that movie.
Yeah. Yes.
What movie?
Elf.
I've never seen it.
You should watch Tiptoes.
An elf virgin? I didn't think those existed.
Yeah, I've seen like 2 minutes of it like 40 times, and then something's happened to where I've had to walk away.
It just wasn't meant to be.
No.
That was crazy.
Finally forced myself to watch it for the first time last year, so don't worry.
Oh,
Wow.
I
Late
just-
bloomer, but at least you bloomed.
I saw it.
Was it worth it?
Don't.
I saw it when I was much younger. It was probably better then.
You'll
I
die
can't
happier knowing you've never seen it.
Okay.
In fact, it'll probably be better because everybody around you will be having that reaction. And you'll be just like...
It's like saying like Star Trek instead of Star Wars.
God, that's what...
I mean, new Star Wars compared to old Star Trek.
Old Star Wars was better. New Star Trek.
We're not going to get into any of
Yes.
this right now. We're trying... You
Yes,
were asked a
we're
very
doing
important
different
question.
nerd things. We gotta keep our nerd things organized.
Yeah.
Okay. Star Trek is a
If we-
cinematic.
We went from Elf
If
to
we
Star
can't
Trek
bring
to-
this down, we're going to have to start 40K.
Just
It's gotten
assembly.
out of hand. My wife starts asking questions. I have this giant castle in the playroom.
Alright, so why are we here?
Yes.
Redemption. I'm here for redemption.
Oh, all right.
Get enough gold for retirement.
Oh. That's possibly, certainly doable, I suppose.
I'm here to blast things.
Gerhard, what about you?
Silent.
Find it fascinating.
What?
He wants to pull in that thread.
What? Really? What? You only share that with me? We'll just assume that Gerhard is like on watch up top with Eastmar. Well, fascinating. At least we found. At least we can share some sort of common ground, and none of you are particularly crazy.
What was that?
Just give it enough time.
Fair point.
I mean, do you have any questions for me? You know, we're going to be teammates for a little while. You know,
What do you bring to the table?
I've grown up here for a long time, in Barovia specifically. Been a bit of a homebody, unfortunately. It's not exactly safe, but
Sorry to interrupt. Remind me who's talking.
Irina.
Irina. I like some woman's asking you shit. Okay.
I've trained with the sword a bit. I can defend myself somewhat. Sometimes, though, I feel as if I have just a greater purpose. You know, I want to do something with myself. I have a lust for adventure. You see, you know, but my brother is always keeping me in check. You know, tamping things down. But he does his best by training with me and sparring and things like that. But I can only learn so much, and I do hope that perhaps I can learn something from at least you, sir.
Why do the vampires keep coming after you?
But
You specifically.
a what?
The vampires, why do they keep coming after you?
What's a vampire?
Why is Strahd interested in you?
I don't know, actually. I can barely remember any of the encounters I've had with him, actually. He seems to have some sort of fascination with me, you see. He claims that he's called me different names. When we first met, he called me Tatiana. He frequently has said as such. However, anybody who's that Rahadin fellow did not.
Yeah, what do you got against him? You seem like a nice guy.
He was coming to take me away.
That's what every girl wants.
No. Not this girl. I'm not sure, but he bit me or something, you know, and she blatantly shows you the wounds now. Like, but I don't remember any of it. I just know it hurts, you know.
There was a feeling of exhaustion, maybe being tired, drained, perhaps.
Yes.
Rabies.
You say vampires. What is a vampire?
It's a creature of the night that survives off of the blood of the innocent.
Much like Mac's wife.
The 90s just showed up.
As he puts his hand in his pants.
Ain't that right, Peg?
He also sells shoes. Sorry, I don't want to get off track. Because I will continue to get off track. Well, all right. I've never heard of a vampire, but I've heard of like minions of the night, things like that. But perhaps someone of higher religious understanding would know more about them. Maybe they are these night creatures. I've heard. Maybe Strahd is a vampire. You see, in all my life I'd never seen him until just recently, before my father passed. Anyway, it was quite terrifying to be in his presence.
If he is a vampire, he's a different sort. He's something different because the vampires that I know are more bestial, and they would not have stopped when they wanted to drain you. So there's something off. There's something different about him.
Well, the legend of Strahd von Zarovich is that he's very, very old. He's been here for a very, very long time. Hundreds and hundreds of years, you see. As far as I've known my entire life, Barovia's been shrouded in fog, and sometimes that fog lifts a bit, but not very often. Just enough for the trees to survive, you see. We've never really had, you know, beautiful, beautiful sunny days that I've been told of in books. We've never had seasons, another thing that I've been told of.
Seasons? The leaves don't fall, nothing changes. Interesting.
You ever left Barovia?
It's, yeah.
Fair.
I've been around the city of Barovia, but I haven't gone very far from it. The village of Barovia. My brother won't let me go very far. You see, the Strahd's minions are ever watching. They're always out there. You saw what was left of our city. It was apparently ransacked by Strahd himself several generations ago.
Was this
and it's just never recovered.
Was this in retaliation for the wizard?
I'm not sure. That happened when I was young.
I see.
That was an unfortunate circumstance. He came to the city and rallied a bunch of people, and they all left, thinking that they had this great wizard on their backs, at their back, and then nothing. It was quite depressing. Many families went without.
So this figure didn't fight. He did not.
Oh,
die
they
with
fought.
valor?
They fought. There was loud booms, sounds, flashes of light around the castle for very brief moments, and then it was over. And then several people came home a few weeks later, but most were dead. that we've been told.
So at least he fought with them, but just wasn't strong enough. Gotcha.
Adding to Strahd's army, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to him.
What religious options are there around here besides? Because you had spoken of talking to another religious person. What faiths do you have around here?
Well, the Morning Lord,
Right.
of course. There are some minor deities as well. I believe that some people have spoken of. I need to pull up my phone. Wherever my phone went.
It's always a compliment when a player sends the DM on a quest.
Ask about religion, and there he goes.
There he goes. Yep.
None of the newer books are in print for the religious
Here's an answer from
room.
ChatGPT.
You have to buy like old ones from
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah. I didn't read any of the 5th edition stuff, so I don't know if there's any from 5th edition. But
There's
I
like
know,
no mention of deities at all in the newest one.
I know 3.5 had everything you could ever want. I don't know about 4. I did not read any from 4, so I don't know.
I actually played a lot of 4th edition. Everybody hated it for some reason though.
Yeah, I wasn't.
It was kind of video gaming.
It's too simplistic. Metal Gear Solid.
Snake Eater.
Did you try the remaster? Or is that out?
It's not out yet. I do want to play it.
Yeah. How's that gonna work now with the sniper achievement though?
With the old man?
Yeah, you gotta leave the PlayStation on for like.
There's no
a day.
achievement for getting in the other ones. There's no achievement for letting him die of old age, but it's you just have to let the game run for 2 hours.
It was just 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot longer.
Well, it felt a lot longer back then.
It did.
Just no.
It did.
Time dilation is real.
Okay, it was just Mother Night. Is the only other
Trump
Mother
keeps
Night.
coming. She wants an ice cream bar.
Go, watch out for each other. Go sit down at the table.
We
There's
do have
also
a-
histories of elves in Barovia, and I'm not sure exactly whom they worshipped, but they may have had their own deities.
They
as
used to
well.
have elves in Barovia?
They do.
Oh, they're still.
Yeah, dusk elves. They're very few and far between. There were many more, but they were all slaughtered, I heard. By a single man.
Single man.
You could be married.
It was surprising to see that dusk elf Rahadit show up. Could be him.
Let's go.
Yes.
This bitch.
Thompson cells was not a distraction. But we are on our way to a religious institution, and maybe we can find our answers there.
I would hope so. As you guys go on, it's getting late. You'll have to pull off to the side and make camp. The horses need a break. But you've made quite a journey through the forest so far. The dense trees don't really bring you much comfort, and sleep may be difficult, but it's important to at least make sure Eastmark and Irina get some sleep, probably. Gerhardt said he can be on watch.
Very nice of him.
Very nice of him, yeah.
Because he may not be fighting. You never know. Let's see.
I always thought these looked like SpongeBob's, the little, what do you call them? from the Plane of Order.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of them.
The clockwork guys.
More?
Yeah.
But they're called something, and I can't remember the name of them.
Definitely.
Mono or Duo or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, they remind me of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Claptrap for Borderlands.
There you go.
Surely.
There you go. That's what they are. So, as you guys are out in the night, who's gonna take second watch?
I'll take second watch.
I want you to make a perception check.
I roll low, it's never a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 8.
8. Awesome. It's really friggin' dark.
Yep.
It's hard to see down the way, left and right. You're pretty much just guarding your vicinity here.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You hear strange noises through the night, like birds cawing, like essentially like ravens or crows or something like that.
Okay.
Occasionally, the sound of the woods rustling, you know, twigs snapping, maybe a branch falling. It's hard to tell. It's nothing nearby, but it could be.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, though, through the night, you see a light coming down the way.
Oh, the horseman. So I try to keep everything down, keep everything quiet, turn all the lights off, and I will alert one other person, probably you, to let you know, hey, we have company. They might just pass us by, turn out all the lights. Let's just keep it on the DL. And then hopefully they go right past us.
Yes. The skeleton rider goes by on his war horse. You can see him really up close right now, compared to last time.
What do we see?
So you can see what looks like a guy in it's like old silvered armor. Make a. Can you see in the dark?
I cannot.
Okay, you make a perception check at disadvantage. He is carrying like a sickle lantern.
That one.
Oh man. Okay. He's carrying like a sickled lantern. You could tell his armor's like he's some sort of warrior. The war horse itself is also armored, but skeletal as it passes through.
And he's skeletal as well?
Mm-hmm. The war horse still has like kind of like a shape to it though.
The rider is
You
all
just
bone?
all bone.
Okay.
Yeah, in this armor, carrying this like sickle and lantern in one arm, and he's just with his mouth agape as he's just
Like old school Disney. Like, it's kind of cool. I like that.
until eventually he goes by.
We could tackle that skeletal horse would never tire.
That is true, but it could be tied to him, and then we just have a bunch of bones. Well, I think it's your watch now.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the night. That's the end of the night. Dawn breaks, from what you can tell,
Right.
as others begin restless and stirring. He smarks the first up. He begins to get the horses ready, back in where they were, gets them fed. Another day. How was the night?
We had company, but nothing we couldn't handle.
What was it?
A rider. And some corvids.
What kind of rider?
Bone on bone.
Oh, the skeleton rider.
Oh, yeah.
You know about
Seen him many times.
I do know about the skeleton rider, yes.
Does it pretend anything?
They say he's a lost soul, tried to escape the fogs of Barovia. Ever escaping. He rides the Svalich road. Some say you know what day of the week it is by when he passes by.
So what day is it?
I don't know.
Oh. Some say, but not you.
I've been in a drunken stupor for 4 or 5 days. Couldn't tell you until someone shows me a calendar.
Suppose it doesn't matter at this point, as long as we get where we're going.
Well, I know when a year passes, because sometimes it gets really cold. It never snows. Not like on the mountains.
So it just gets cold, but it doesn't snow. It just gets, like, is there any frost?
Yes, I would say yes.
Oh, okay. So it flirts with the line, flirts with winter, but never quite gets there.
It rains quite a lot here,
It's
but
Florida.
but you
Florida?
know, but it doesn't really rain during the winter months.
Interesting.
Anything else about the Skeleton Rider? Where
Well,
he was?
I'm not really sure who he was. He may have been one of the knights of Argynvostholt.
It's a skeleton, but
Have you ever heard of them?
Vostholt.
Argynvostholt.
Holt.
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 Argynvostholt.
You know, I didn't have any of those letters, right?
Not even the A, huh?
Silent Q.
Quackenvostholt.
It's pretty handy. It's good.
They're the Order of the Silver Dragon. They're not around
It's
where
a
you
lot
were.
easier.
No, I don't believe so. I'm not familiar.
Well, sit on top and I'll tell you a bit of a tale if you don't mind, as we take this
Check
journey
out, I'll
today.
tell you a story.
Well, you see, there used to be a order of silver knights here that lived in a castle called Argynvostholt. They say it was named after their leader, and he rose up against Strahd himself with his order. After much time, they were here at the dawn of the Strahd. They apparently fought at the castle, confronted the Vishtani themselves, fought them as well. Maybe the Vishtani may remember who they are, maybe not. They're quite spread out, the band of Vishtani. But every soldier that Strahd slew, their spirit's vengeance and raw hatred for Strahd, sorry, he's saying the Strahd, just, you know, I'm saying Strahd, he's saying the Strahd. Their raw hatred for the Strahd kept their souls going, and their bodies eventually would eventually come back to life with the same purpose and hatred for him, and then march on the castle again and again. They would apparently possess any dead body, supposedly. So you never know if somebody you know dies, they could turn into a member of this Order of the Silver Dragon and begin marching on the castle almost immediately. It's quite fascinating.
What happened to them? Did they just stop coming?
Not sure. They may have been captured, most of them.
Oh,
or perhaps
kept lingering on the precipice of death, but not yet being given the sweet release to.
Yes, not. Supposedly, most of them have perished and gone, but it seems as if some souls are stronger than others, apparently, according to the legend. Anybody have religion or nature or arcana? Nature, I want you have to get a 15 or higher, but if you want to do religion or a arcana check, a 12 will do.
Nature, you have Arcana. I don't have religion. So Arcana's the only one I can roll. What was the DC for that? For Arcana? 12. 17.
Ooh, very good.
Clear that doesn't know religion.
But I know the magic.
That's true.
Yes.
There's a reason my god was a little mad at me.
Okay. You've heard of revenants?
Yes.
A revenant is a soul that just isn't pacified. and when they come back to life, their soul like seeks out a corpse, like a fresh corpse, to reanimate and come back to life with a purpose. First, it starts with their own body after they die, but then if they if they achieve their vengeance, then they crumble to dust and they're gone. But they're always like seeking their next vengeance. That's what a remnant is. And it seems as if he's telling the tale as if the silver, what I call him, the silver dragon, or the order of the silver dragon. It seems that all of them had this level of vengeance and revenge against Strahd so intently that they just turned into revenants every time they were slaughtered.
Interesting.
They came back.
He must have found a way to get rid of. So I share the information with the group, and I say he must have found a way either to hold them close to death or to eradicate their souls to keep them from coming back. But they weren't powerful enough. An entire army of these revenants were not powerful enough to defeat him. That says a lot about our adversary.
I don't know if they were an army, but they were definitely a large group of people, as far as I'm sure. 30, 50 people, maybe. At least a good squadron. But yes, even men like them to be dashed so handily by the Strahd does not give me much hope. Which is why we must get Irina somewhere safe. He's only playing with us, you see. I fear eventually he will just take what he wishes, you see.
It's a tough position you're in. You cannot let the bird go, but a bird kept in a cage, it will not forget how to fly.
Yeah. Perhaps if we ask around, maybe the Vistani would even know where the castle is.
Might be a lead to get some allies in this.
I've never known anyone who would be aware of where it's at. But
The Vistani, or maybe at the
they are travelers. They may know that.
The Abbey of St. Markovia might have a lead as well.
They could.
They guys have some history.
Good. He's been around for a long time. They say he's some sort of angel.
Argon Vestal?
No, the abbot.
The abbot, okay.
I've heard he's been around for a long time, but I don't know anything about him. Perhaps he's a wise old man who just happens to know a lot of history.
Seems like a very interesting person.
Well, I've only ever heard kind things about him.
In this area, that's saying something.
But he's so far away. It just doesn't seem like safe traveling. But I mean, with the four of you, I feel as if it's doable. But I'm still worried. I mean, the way you handled Rahadin, though.
That was all this guy. It was all this guy.
So he like picks up the reins and he's just kind of well. Do you hear that?
You sigh?
Sounds like wagons.
Oh, no.
We're on a wagon.
Wagons coming from some direction. And as you guys are continuing through the forest, it just feels like you're in a constant drove of a circle, essentially. You eventually come across a carriage that's ahead of you, that's just being pulled by one horse, and the carriage is like completely decimated. You can see that a lot of it's like broken up in the back and burnt and stuff. You can see that it seems to have been like completely ransacked.
Huh.
The carriage itself almost doesn't look Vistani at all. It seems like some sort of basic Barovian style carriage, possibly just some poor man's kind of traveling carriage. The horse itself does not look like something that's meant to really pull a wagon all on its own. You can see there's space for what would have been a second set of reins on the front. It's just kind of going on its own, and the horse is just kind of just trotting down the path, just going, and you can just hear the of the wagon as it approaches past you.
Do we have...
Eastmark's like, should we stop?
I think we should. Yeah, I was going to say if we could add it to ours, that might help with our situation, but maybe we can figure out what happened here.
He'll pull the horses off to the side. Irina sticks her head out of the window. What's going on? Why are we stopping? Sister, you shouldn't poke your head out so quickly. Remember, there's a chance that somebody could have an arrow trained on our carriage. Of course, brother. She just steps back in. He says, well, it's fine now. There's nobody here that we know of. But our friends are going to go investigate. Take a look. You kind of stop, and as you pull off to the side, the horse itself that's ahead of you guys kind of almost just pulls up to you guys. Like the horse itself was just kind of like, and you can see this horse is like exhausted, and there's just blood running out of its face.
Oh. Can we examine it for wounds?
You can, yeah. Does anybody have an animal handling?
I have a +3. I can try. 13.
Yeah. You're able to kind of approach the horse in like in a calming manner that prevents it from like kind of getting frightened, and it almost kind of like just puts its head down towards you as you approach it. You can see that it has like these large gash marks on its opposing flank from the side, down the whole side of its head here. If you have a medicine check and animal handling together, if you roll them together, you can probably patch it and maybe save the horse's life.
Roll them together. What do you mean by that?
I want you to roll a d20 for each one.
Oh.
And pass 2 checks.
Alright, so this one would be animal handling.
Animal handling.
Oh, I gotta roll it in the tower. It doesn't count. It's a good roll too.
And then
13.
Okay.
Was the animal handling, and then the medicine is 18.
18. Okay. You think that you could save this horse
Okay.
pretty easily. Do you have anything that would be able to patch him up?
Dirt. Like from the ground, like to tend it. I don't have any medication or anything on me. Like,
Does nobody have any?
Do we have wine or something? Something disinfectant.
it's not strong enough. The alcohol content isn't strong enough for wine, unfortunately.
I mean, rags or something. Maybe you could kind of tie into it.
I've got a robe
Yeah.
I can shred. I'm not using, so I can use that.
Cloaks and stuff from those houses.
There you go. Yeah, just something to cover the
Oh,
wound. Do you mean soil to like kind of disinfect it in a way? Is that what you mean?
Well, if you keep the wound open,
Right.
then it's going to
Get
pick
airborne
up. Yeah.
bacteria.
So if you just pack it, then it'll clot. So the
Right.
horse isn't going to bleed out.
Yeah. Okay. So you can do that too.
So we cut the carriage too. It'll be
Yeah.
a little easier.
We'll try to take it with us. We'll put one of the good horses out in the front to take most of the pull, and then this one will just add on,
Yeah. You should be able to handily hook that up so you have 3 horses. You know.
and then we'll check out the cart and see what we see.
Yeah.
Can we also look at the wagon to see if there's signs of distress on that, like any more claw marks or
Yeah.
anything?
So the wagon is kind of burned out on the back end of it, like it was like hit with something that burned it, but the interior seems fine. There are what looks like the door itself has like been busted into. There doesn't seem to be any claw marks on the outer side of the wagon though. The interior, when you inspect it, seems pretty bare, except for on the floor there's like a whole bunch of blood, and there are claw marks on where the seating would be if somebody was there, and then scattered against the walls inside. As if the interior was ripped to shreds with whoever was there, but they didn't leave behind anything but the remnants of the blood.
Oh, just
Just the blood. Yeah.
So no other objects or possessions in there.
Make perception checks. Anybody can if they want to investigate the wagon.
Yes.
Bearheart's staying on watch outside.
Of course he is.
He's got a silent alarm, doesn't he?
I think he does. I thought he did. So one of us had something like that. It wasn't me.
I'm pretty sure he has the horn of silent alarm, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he does. 'Cause I don't have it. 18.
18. Okay. Looking inside, you can see that there's a small lockbox underneath the seat, like attached to the top, and it is locked. It seems like a pretty minor lock. You could probably bust it open, or you could pick it pretty quickly.
Break.
Breaker pick? What do you want to do?
I can do both, but I do have a sledgehammer.
Did you smash it?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you bust it off, it just drains of all these copper coins. Like, all just come out of it. It just seems like there's a whole bunch of coins that were just like shoved up inside of it. It's about 38 copper pieces.
Your retirement. No poverty.
Yeah.
All right. How about you?
Oh, good. It's not as much fun.
Gerhardt?
I need Nazi copper.
That'll do.
You need Nazi copper?
Oh shit. 9.
You want 9 of them.
Ah.
I don't know if you ever saw Abbott and Costello back in the day, but when you mentioned the Abbott, I just pictured them going, "Hey Abbott!" And yeah. Anyway, I'm old.
What do you guys think? Was it a robbery?
No,
Robert,
there's
were there lots
money.
of coins?
So if there's money, that's not the motive. The
Well,
motive was harm,
What happened?
death, blood. The horse was torn to shreds. We barely patched it up. There's no body, just blood all over the inner portions of the cabin, scratches where there used to be people. What happened to their bodies, their articles of clothing, their possessions, I know not.
Okay.
So we'll take whatever pieces function from that, such as wheels or whatever that we could use on ours in case one of ours breaks. Perhaps a spare axle, something like that. I forgot Ontario Trail or Oregon Trail. It just pops into my head, so I want to always make sure I have
just
extra
take
wheels.
the parts and I know exactly. Cannibalize the wagon so
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
can survive. Because otherwise, how else are you going to get your 25 grandfather clocks to across the other?
Exactly.
What was the fucking point of being able to buy a grandfather clock in that game? I don't get it.
Have something nice when you get to your
It was
grand
important.
house.
Yeah, you're supposed to like have like a grand total of like summed amount of shit that when
And
you
you
show
just
up
gotta
at
get
the
it over
end,
that river, man.
something like that,
Dysentery.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Stupid river.
Dysentery.
Preparing for
As
like
far as the eye
45
can see.
minutes and then dying on the second trip.
I always loved being just building my little wagon and all that shit, and then being like, and day 3, everybody's dead because I don't know how to hunt for food. Anyways, yeah. So, well, what are you guys gonna do from this point?
I'm happy with
We already raided the wagon for the horse and
the horse, the bones, the coin, the blood.
But we don't know what's responsible for it.
Oh, that's what I was doing. I'm looking for one spell in particular before we leave. I got distracted.
Nature checks. Does anybody have nature?
I do not.
That's you can roll that.
Alright.
Also +2, but I'm not proficient in it.
No, +2.
Ooh, roll for it.
15.
15. You're almost positive these claw marks were created by some sort of large, like, possibly, like, tiger or something like that, maybe? Something with, like, really big,
So we've already run into the werewolves.
something with, like, really big hands and claws. So it could have been it could be werewolves. That's also possible.
Yeah. I don't have the spell ready, so carry on.
I mean, based on what your observation, a werewolf is
Seems
possible.
like the werewolves from the mansion. And the ones that tried kind of walked around us to get to.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
But why did they eat the horse?
And we're hungry.
Maybe they have more control than we thought.
You gotta be really hungry to eat a horse.
Huh? Most of it, anyway.
Also eat right now.
Yeah, you eat one of your
What's up,
pastries.
pie?
Yeah, they're
Those
getting a little
smell
old,
Amazing.
That's fine.
but you can't stop eating them. You love them way too much. You have bless again for the day.
Yeah.
Mark off 3 of them each day if you're not eating, because you're not going to want to eat rations. You're going to just want to eat one for lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I don't think I had that many.
I think you had 7 total.
Yeah, but
And before
I
we
had
left
5
town.
left before we left.
So you would run out today.
Oh no.
You're going to run
Well,
out
this
today.
is not going to be good.
You finish your last one and you're like, oh, well,
Any more?
it's fine. But really, in your head, it's not fine. I want, as the, all right. Well, fellas, are we ready to keep going?
Yes.
All right. So they continue on as you guys start going down a ways. Not too far from where you guys were, you find a dead horse on the ground, like eviscerated, like entrails all over the place, just totally like eaten up, and it's hot, like it's warm, like it didn't happen too
Fresh.
much. Yeah. And a man laying on the ground next to it. He seems totally ravaged as well. He seems to be breathing a little bit though, from where you guys are at. Eastmark stops immediately. He's alive, as he had noticed at first since he's driving. You guys, what do we do? Should we help him?
Wait, are his organs and stuff hanging out?
No, he just you can see that he's been like shredded up though. Like he's in like a pool of his own blood.
Can we see this guy's face?
If you jump out, he's like laying down like this.
Okay. So,
Like you can, yeah. He's got like a cloak, like a grayish wool cloak over his body, and you can see it's soaked up most of the blood, and you can see his bluish tunic is like just totally ripped up, and his pants are like beaten up too. You can visibly see like marks on his arms and his one showing leg, but the cloak is covering up most of him.
This could be an ambush.
Yep.
But
So-
Mage hand.
Should I keep going?
no, we gotta check it because we don't want them behind us.
What are you gonna mage hand?
Take off the cloak.
Okay, so you mage hand, the cloak is fastened to his neck, and it just lifts it up, and you can see that his back is all totally ripped apart too.
I don't think he's fake.
I wasn't worried about him. Whatever's in the trees might come and get us while we're investigating. But let's just keep our weapons ready. Alright, well, I've got to check on him. So I'll check on him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll jump off the wagon with you.
All right.
I'm on top of the wagon.
Yeah, Gerhardt's
Roll.
gonna stay there with you.
Perception?
Gerhardt's gonna have an arrow ready just in case. Yes.
17.
16.
16. You guys don't notice an ambush anywhere nearby. You don't see anybody set up, and it doesn't look like anything's like been kind of ruffled around in the trees close by. It doesn't look like anybody's waiting to surprise you. You may have an opportunity to look at this man up close with an investigation check. But you're still not sure. You do notice, however, that the woods are really quiet. You don't hear cawing. You don't hear rustling. It's just really kind of dead silent.
Well, if I don't feel like there's an ambush, then I would probably try to check on him to see if I could help him out. Do you have any more of those rags?
Yeah, we could tear up the cloak.
Those gross
Okay.
clothes?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll grab some of those and a handful of dirt and go
Okay,
check
make
on
an
him.
investigation check when you get to it.
I won't even make that. I got like a 0. Yeah, 3.
Ooh, okay.
I don't even see him.
Alright, yeah. So,
I don't think you guys see it. I don't think he's fake.
Where'd he go?
so you get to the guy and you move him around a little bit, and he goes, oh. You just hear him moaning the whole time.
I'm here to help.
He you start to pack his wounds, and he almost like a jerk reaction just grabs your arm really quick, and you can just hear him breathing hard. Like you can't talk, but like he's responding to you being there as you help him out. You probably won't be able to lift him on your own to get it if you're gonna do anything with him. He looks pretty heavy. I don't
probably
think you're a
lift him on my
super
own.
strong guy, right?
I'm a 14, so I'm not super strong.
Oh,
but
that's
actually-
strong enough. Yeah, you'd be able to carry him if you
Okay.
wanted to. But yeah, it looks like you've staunched his wounds and stuff. Are you gonna leave him there?
I could sling him over my shoulder and we can just the wagon.
Just skip.
I've got 19 strength, so yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we'll have to bring him back and then kind of interview him, but we don't want him to see her because he could be an agent for Strahd.
It's pretty messed up.
An extra axle.
We could tie a blindfold on him.
Let me see him, Eastmark says, as he comes down. Now that you've kind of got him all patched up. He comes over to him. He goes. He looks at his face and stuff. He's from Barovia. He's a citizen. Marcus. I believe his name was Marcus. I've seen him in the bar. I wonder what he's doing out here in the wagon.
Getting torn up by something's what he's doing out here.
Perhaps he was taking a hand at trading. I'm not sure. Maybe when he's conscious, we can ask him.
Are you okay with him seeing Arena?
You know, not really.
We could blindfold him.
We could do that. Maybe put him on the roof.
I don't think that's necessary if he's blindfolded, but
Well,
are you talking about
keep him away
riding
from.
with
The
Gerhardt?
kid, he's like, he just puts his shoulder up too, and he's like, keep him away from my sister. You know.
Yeah.
We should check him for any bites.
Yeah, we'll check him for all the typical around here kind of things, but
Yes.
you want to put him up where Gerhardt's at?
No.
Yes, let's do that. Let's get some. Do we have any excess clothes or something? I don't really want to take anything from our cabin. Was there anything inside the wagon there?
I didn't know there was nothing inside there. We did tear up the canopy a bit. I suppose we can go back and tear up the canopy and get some cloth.
A little bear.
Yeah.
Yes, go for it.
Oh.
Yeah. Anything we can do to make it a little more comfortable up top. So you guys get it all kind of set up, and you kind of haul him up there. And you want to inspect him
Yes.
yourself?
I'll assist.
So yeah, okay. Investigation with advantage,
Okay.
or a medicine check.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be very helpful with investigation.
Okay.
Medicine I can help.
14. You can see he has bite wounds. You just don't know what kind of bite wounds.
Okay.
Yeah,
Still
you have
think he's
nature
good?
trained. Roll your nature,
Okay.
not with advantage.
8.
8. They're definitely some sort of animal.
Oh.
Alright, I'll have to keep an eye on him, see
Yep.
if anything changes. Or he does.
Yes. His breathing hasn't really changed. It still seems a little ragged. Gerhardt's just kind of sitting up there watching him as you guys kind of move on. And he's just kind of keeping an eye on him.
I have a hunch. I'm gonna check out the horse. So, do you share the bite wounds that you found?
Yes.
So I would like to look at the horse
Mhm.
to see if any of the wounds match the distance between teeth that were also on this guy. So I could maybe conclude it was the same animal that attacked them both.
Okay.
How,
Also
perception perhaps?
investigation.
Oh, yeah, devil.
Well, when you're,
15.
you know the difference, right?
I do.
Okay.
I didn't argue with you. I'm still gonna call you the devil though.
15. Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
You can tell they're the same.
I share that with the group, and if it's as you say, perhaps lycanthropy could be transmitted.
Possible.
We'll just have to keep an eye for symptoms. I'm not an expert, but if you know, then please tell us, and we'll act accordingly.
We're gonna carry this injured guy with us all the way to where we're going.
We can throw him in
It's
the
in the
barrel.
closest town, and then it's their problem.
If he's bitten, how long till he transforms?
I don't know. I don't know much about those creatures.
Do we have any silver left?
No, unfortunately, somebody traded our silver knife.
But you have a nice wagon.
We do. We do have a nice wagon. Now,
Alright.
perhaps you might have silver coin we could melt down?
Don't.
I'm not so sure the top of the wagon is probably the best place for him, but I will look at him up here.
Keep something close, Gerhardt.
That's my knife. And the other knife.
Alright, so I guess guess we'll mosey in.
So you guys continue on. It's quiet, and it stays quiet. You don't hear any sound in the woods. No cawing at all today after the whole incident. It seems as everything's quieted down.
But we heard noise up until when we found him.
Yes.
Seems a little suspect.
I am trying so hard not to meta right now.
Go for it, meta.
Okay. Why does the woods go quiet when there's a predator? So either the predator is with us or the predator is following us. There's one way to find out, but it's nothing my character would do. So.
Right. You have an idea. I feel like everybody shares the same sentiment.
I would say so too, but my character wouldn't know because he's a dunce when it comes to nature. So that's why it's solely meta. Nature investigation is not a strong suit. But it is yours, isn't it?
Yeah, I just rolled. My 8.
Yeah, he got a too low a roll.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
I had an 8 earlier too, I believe.
The day wanes and the night begins. You guys pull over again for the night. Eastmark checks on the man. His breathing still seems ragged. He hasn't become conscious at all the whole time since you guys had put him on top of the
Is
wagon.
he feverish?
Yes, he seems sick. He's not doing well.
Might be better for us to just execute this man.
I will go look for food while you handle what you have to do. I'll be elsewhere.
Or I'll take watch tonight because I have dark vision, and if he attacks me, I'll just hellish rebuke him.
We probably shouldn't wait until he has the ability to attack. But let's get as much information from him as we can before I have to take my walk. I won't be far, but it's far enough to wait.
Eastmark at the bottom of the carriage. He's like, group huddle! Group huddle!
This fucking
And his sister's standing there like this outside next to him. He goes in and he bends in like this. He's like, okay. And he puts his hand around Irina and she goes and just puts her other hand on him while trying to keep her hand, trying to figure out what to do with her other hand. And he looks at you and he's like, we're gonna talk quiet to each other
With our arms.
in a circle.
You realize I'm 2 foot shorter than you, right?
Solidarity. Sit on somebody's shoulders and lean in.
Go on to Mr. 19 strength here.
Do you guys huddle with him?
I'll have it with him. I'll
You humor him?
I'll humor it, yeah.
How's he doing, guys? Is he making it?
Not good.
Not good. I was afraid of that. Irina, you don't know anything about patching wounds and such, do you? Not really, no. You know, I can fight with a sword a little bit. Really, well, we may need that. I've been doing some thinking. I think it may have been werewolves. You fellows know what a werewolf is? I know it sounds crazy.
I look at you and you can just see my eyes are pregnant with stress. I agree with you. What do you want to do about it?
Well, if he was attacked by a werewolf, that means he's probably going to die soon.
Yeah. But he also might have information.
You might know who did it. That's the thing.
Or what, and how, and where they went.
Well, if werewolves are stalking us, they'd be doing it in their wolf form, not their hybrid form. I suspect that's probably why it's been rather quiet